Hey, are we live and alive? I see upload, I see frames, I see things. Excellent connection. Okay, I think we're good. Welcome to the PAX Unplugged pre-show 2024 edition. All right, let's do a little blast. Welcome. Let's do a little blue sky blast here. Let's get some people in the chat here. Let's do a little of this, a little of that. Let's copy this link here. Get in here. Let's do a little blue sky blast here. Welcome. PAX Unplugged 2024. Hype pre-show. Now live. Join me for some board game discussion. Anyone use hashtags? That's my boomer in me, using those hashtags, man. Can't stop it. Is PAX on Blue Sky? I don't think so. They are not. All right, we're going to let that ship sail. All right, a little bit of that. Okay, so this stream, we are going to be going through the PAX Unplugged preview page, which is here. We're going to be going through the BGG PAX Unplugged preview page, trying to maybe map out what games we want to make sure that we check out. We are going as like a content creator this year, so we have a lot of like other like appointment thingies that are like in between that time. And so I need to prioritize what games we are going to go out of our way to see on the vendor show there, the exhibitor hall, the demo place. And so we're going to go through this, pick out some things. I have a very, very exciting Google Sheet here so that we can have the game, the publisher, and then we'll pull up the Expo Hall map here so we can have their booth number. And we are going to be all set to go. So let's go ahead and get things started. We'll start going down this hot list, and we'll just keep going until things eventually look kind of boring, I guess. Although my fear is there's like some 5 thumbed up game that is going to be like the love of my life, and I'm not going to see it. But very appropriately, the hottest game is Inferno. So this game, Grand Gamers Guild, I think they have, this Endeavor is also a very hot game for them. This game has been catching my eye. I am a little bit of I was that kid in like middle school that tried reading Dante's Inferno. I went through that phase, and so this game that is kind of playing into that Dante's Inferno theme, where you're kind of having this Euro, but set in kind of a cool setting, right? This Dante's Inferno in hell, obviously. And this seems pretty neat. I know it's a bit on the heavier side, but this looks really cool. Look how neat this map of hell is. Look at this layers. This looks like a lot of cool stuff. So I do like this theme quite a bit, and I am not scared away from a heavier Euro. And do I just recognize this designer? No, I don't know Through Ice and Snow, so I don't recognize this designer, but I really like this. This is going to go, not to be following the hot trend here, but I would like to see Inferno. I like to see it in person. I imagine, 2-hour game. I don't know if we're going to have time to demo something like this, but I would like the very least like to go see it, because the next game on the list here, is there a way to automatically make it like not not hot link the thing in Google Sheets? They're in 265 or there. So Inferno, looking really cool. Give it a little thumbs up here. Hopefully a little interested. And then we could actually export this using the magic of Sheets here. Up next, got some nice tension tamer here. It's a little too hot for me still. Endeavor. This is cooperative, right? This is like, there's like an older game that's called Endeavor, right? I feel like this is a game I've seen for a long time. This, right? Yes. It was Endeavor Age of Sail, and then that. Is this related? It must be. It looks it looks like the same. Who designed Carl de Visier. Yeah, okay, this is related. I'm surprised this isn't like a reimplement. Maybe it's like so different that they don't tag it as a reimplement, but this looks really cool. So Endeavor, new deep diving indenture, action points. This is a solo game. This is a solo game? Oh, it can be solo. Oh, but it looks, yeah, cooperative. Okay. Expand. This looks really neat. I really like this deep sea diving type thing. This is a really neat theme. And little submarines and stuff. Is this? Environmental mechanisms, blah, blah, blah. Oh no, maybe it is competitive. Or maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know why I thought this was like you have to like survive underwater or something. Published papers. Oh no, it's not. Never mind. I don't know. I was totally mistaken there. Also, I need some little light background music. I was wondering, it's like too quiet in my ear. My ADHD brain, I can't listen to myself talk for too long. It'll make me go crazy. Let's throw some little light music on in the background here. Okay. So Endeavor, we'll throw this on there. I mean, we're gonna go. I really want to see Inferno, and Endeavor is kind of along for the ride. So we will. Wow, is that how you spell Endeavor? I didn't. Is there an EA? Just had a spelling moment there. All right, that's cool. And then we could just drag this down. Okay, no. Okay, I dig that. So Endeavor, Inferno, we definitely want to check those out. SETI. So SETI is probably the Euro I'm most excited for that you can actually get there. From what I've seen about it, it's a pretty big amalgamation of like a ton of different mechanisms here. Yeah, multi-use cards. I mean, that's a pretty generic mechanism to list there. But it kind of has a lot of stuff going on. But this theme, I know it's not a deduction game, but it kind of reminded me of, what is it called? The Search for Planet X. It kind of has the same like circular board that it had, obviously very different. But this looks really neat. I like this theme of searching for extraterrestrial life. Look at this like planets out here. That looks really, really neat. Very cool theme for a Euro. I don't recognize. I've heard about this Galileo Galilei and Tea Garden. This guy has a couple of games this year that are pretty hot here. But we will put SETI here. We will put SETI, which is CGE. And they have like a room. CGE always has like a huge room at PAX. Yeah. And I know meeting? Why am I putting a question mark there? So meeting, I know we're meeting someone from CGE, so maybe that's a chance to like take a look at SETI. We got to make efficient use of our time here. Okay, this one, Confusing Lands. I already thumbed this up. I'm really happy to see this kind of sew up the hot list. The guy at Envyborn Games reached out to me, and I have a copy of Confusing Lands that my wife and I, Kate, have been playing quite a bit. And really like it. Really fun card laying, like multiple scoring condition kind of game. Really, really like it. I think it's a great use of the 18 card format. And I'm happy to see it kind of getting some hype at PAX. I really need to record my review for it already. I've been dragging my feet. But I definitely want to go say hi to them while they're going to be there. And I know they kind of have a bigger line of small box games, so I would like to see some of the other games. Obviously, we do a lot of Button Shy content on the channel, and I have a soft spot for small box games. I just feel like there's something about them that, I don't know, just trying to pack all of your game into like 18 cards is just admirable to me, I guess. And I like how efficient they are. So Confusing Lands. Galactic Cruise, back here for year number 2. In the last year's recap, this was like one of the top 5 games you have to see. I think I listed or something like that. And it did really successful on Kickstarter. It's here again for demo. We'll probably go check it out. But again, I saw it last year. But if we pass it, we'll go check it out. Okay, the first of the DeVere games that we're going to want to check out, Rock Hard 1977, the designed by Jackie Fox from, what is it, The Runaways? Or I'm blanking on what band she was a part of, but definitely want to go see this. I know this is a game I kind of wanted to get because I love the theme, right? 70s rock star. I think Kate would really have a lot of fun with that theme. And I would really love to see it in person. I know it has some like paper money or whatever, so I would like to like see the game a little bit on the table before going all in. But I'm excited that DeVere is going to be showing it there. Okay, so next we're at a game that I have not heard of, Nestlings. Nestlings, you assume the role of a bird competing to gain priority across 4 biomes. Each round, players roll their biome dice, then place the dice in biomes one at a time, alternating. Once players have placed their dice and chosen to pass each biome. Oh, so some dice placement. I love dice placement. That is like top 3 mechanism for me. What does this look like? Oh, I like the look of this. I like this. This looks good. So you're playing dice. Looks like you got to match symbols. There's like some trees there. There's a cactus, a little water, a little number. I don't know what the number means. Oh, maybe it's like the mountain range, like how big the mountain is or something. Okay. This looks really neat. I wonder what is, you're like having a bird player board. This looks neat. Once they're resolved, including the one. Its inclusion. Okay. This looks real neat. All right, I want to check this out. I absolutely adore dice placement, dice worker placement like that. So we got to check this one out. Nestlings, you're going on the list, Nestlings. Who is this? Tangerine Games. Have they done anything? Oh, wait. This isn't that game, is it? Oh, no. There's another rock climbing game that was at PAX. And it was like it was a very small company, though. It was not that. Tangerine. Where's Tangerine Games? And hopefully as we start to plot out these... Oh. They're not listed here? I wonder if they're part of a larger... Tangerine... Interesting. They're not on here. I wonder where they might be then. Where will we find Tangerine Games? All right, they're not on the list of exhibitors. What is this heart? Who is spamming this heart? I'm glad they make it very obvious on the little like. Are you really? I didn't even hear you leave. Actually, I gotta change something real quick. They're yelling at me that my bit rate is too high. All right, there we go. How many pairs of socks should I bring to PAX? Is it okay if they're mismatched? Number 1, you want at least 4 pairs of socks, probably. They do have some PAX enforcers there that will check your socks periodically, so you really want to be careful you want to be careful that you don't get caught. But I heard they're getting more and more lax every year with that. So you should be okay. Okay, Nestlings. We're going to find Tangerine Games, though. We're going to find Tangerine Games. That looks like a really neat game. Arcs, I mean, this is probably one of the hottest games that'll be there. I still need to play it. It has... I have friends who have it and have offered to play it, but we have not gotten around to it. So I don't think I need to see it at the show necessarily, but we'll pass by it, I'm sure. S'mores Galore. What is this? This looks cool. These little unassuming, like, cute little games. The game of card stacking and campfire snacking. There's not a lot of games of it here. This is another Grand Gamers Guild. Look at them. Look at them go. Let's stick them on there. They got like a huge game like Inferno and all this stuff, and they have S'mores Galore. I appreciate... Imagine if they do. Imagine if they do. In all of the press emails, they have not mentioned giving out s'mores, but maybe they just want to keep it on the down low, make sure they don't get swarmed. In S'mores Galore, players compete to score the most points. Yes, that is typically what games are about. You make s'mores, you have to grab a graham cracker chocolate. Is this like a dexterity? Open, or let's see what mechanisms they have listed here. Hand management, open drafting, pattern building. I feel like I can't conceptualize what this looks like. There's nothing really here. All right, I guess we're going to have to go in person and investigate what S'mores Galore is going to look like. All right, fair enough. This is here. We're good. Okay. Onward, onward. Cities. I actually have cities, so we don't probably need to take a look at it there. It'll be at the DeVere. My goat, Steve Finn, is going to be there. Who is he here this year? Is Dr. Finn Games here? He better be. He is. We're going to go see Dr. Finn, all right. One of my favorite designers. I really got to make a video talking about his games. I adore Steve Finn Games. Which Cities is one of. This seems to be pretty good for him. I'm glad he kind of has a hit there. Fellowship of the Ring, the trick-taking game. I don't care for trick-taking, but you throw Lord of the Rings on it, maybe? I don't feel the need to run and go see this, though. Molly House. So this one looks really interesting. This seems like such an interesting theme for a game. You take the role of gender-defying Mollies in the early 18th century London, throw grand masquerades, and cruise the back alleys while evading moralistic constables who seek to destroy your community. This sounds like such a neat theme. I don't know anything about it. Yeah, we should start off our meeting with Dr. Finn asking for some medical advice there. I wonder how often he gets people to ask him that. But Molly House, this is a neat game. The Whirligig, his whole like design space is like esoteric and interesting. This is such a cool theme. I have no idea really what it's about. I saw what mechanisms did they list here? Hidden rolls, multi-use cards, push your luck, semi-co-op set collection. I like the sound of that. This is a little heavy for all those mechanics though. But this looks cool. I want to go see Molly House. I want to see a little bit of this. Put that on there. And I'm curious the theme. Whenever there's like, this is kind of the thing I have for history games is kind of why do they choose these settings and how do they, like, what's kind of the history behind how they choose to theme these games like this. And I'd like to go talk to them about Molly House. That seems really neat. Okay. Is Molly House where you take some Molly? No, I don't think so. I have not come across the Molly taking game. All right, Whirligig, we're good. Revenant, the big Mind Clash game. Not really interested in this one. Compile. All right, this one has caught my interest. So anything two player like this, that is really my gig. Look at this description's kind of cool. I feel like a lot of publishers, I never see like inventive descriptions like this. I like that they're doing that. So Compile is like kind of like a lane battler. So you kind of got like these 3 like battlegrounds and you're playing cards to them. You know, a lot of games have done something like this, but I think that the way you layer them and like it kind of has like this like programming vibe to it seems really neat. So I want to take a look at this. So we're going to put this on the list. Anything 2-player, again, put it on my radar. Goodness. We'll throw Compile on there. And who is putting this out? Oh, this is Greater Than Games. This is the Spirit Island company, right? And Sentinels of the Multiverse. Where are they? What game am I most excited to see and play at PAX? All of them, of course. I don't know. Can I tell you at the end? I feel like I got to finish going through this list. Right now, there's this little game, Nestlings, about they're like feeding birds and it's like dice placement. That looks really cool. But I feel like I got to go through this list here before I can make a definitive. And I got to I'm sorry for the Windows sounds. Okay, Greater Than Games is not here. Oh, I'm excited to tell you about this, Robert. I have an interview that I was able to schedule with Nikki Valens, who designed, most notably, Mansions of Madness. And they just seem like really cool. They do some other like cooperative games that I've enjoyed. And I'm really excited for the chance to talk with them. They are there because they helped design the little Gloomhaven bug and buttons. I think they were a co-designer on. And so through Cephalofair, you had a chance to go sign up and talk with them. And I'm excited to. If you have any Mansions of Madness questions you want me to ask for, let me know. I'm trying to see what other games you might recognize. Oh, obviously, they were a co-designer on Eldritch Horror and Arkham Horror 3rd Edition. So a lot of they have designed a lot of the Arkham Files games that we know and love. So that's easily my most excited interview that I have here. All right, let's keep rolling down here. Another big DeVere game, Rebel Princess. This is trick taking again. I think there's gonna be a lot of trick taking there this year. And I don't know how much I want to, how excited I am about that. All right, Bebop. This is one that caught my eye. I gotta tell you, music themes in games really making a big comeback here. Put Bebop on here. So this is about running a jazz festival, I think. And you kind of have like these like little districts that you're building out, and you have like different like instruments, and you're trying to like build this band across this area. It looks really, really cool. It kind of has like a little bit of this area majority, like chaining paths together. This looks really neat. I don't know what these notes do. You're like linking things together. But this looks neat. It's like the dice kind of like sit on these little hexagons. So, all right, that's going on the list. Okay, keep it going. The Belgian Beers Race Dice. What is this? I tell you, you go in here and there's just like, gosh, so many games. Oh, this is a roll-in, right? I do like roll-in rights. And I know Kate likes roll-in rights. This is a roll-in right about going across Germany? Maybe beer, something beer's related somehow. We'll throw this on the on the list. This is also, man, Grand Gamer Guilds. This is like the 4th game that they have in this list. They are coming in hot this year. Okay. Diatoms. The chemistry nerd in me is going crazy for this. Diatoms, a puzzly tile placement for pattern making where you can create your own microscopic mosaic based on obscure Victorian art form. Okay, so not diatoms like chemistry, but more diatoms like shapes. Oh, this is kind of cute. So it looks like you're drafting out of the center board here, and you're adding it to your personal mosaic. That's really nice, those little dual-layered boards, how they sit in there. This looks cute. This looks very cute. Let's put this on the list. And this is 25th century. I think we're meeting with them. I think so. All right, onward. Point Galaxy, the third game in the Point Salad series. I've only played Point Salad. I have to play the in-between one before going to Point Galaxy. Knitting Circle. I have not played Calico. I know this is an expansion for it. Or is this isn't standalone, is it? Oh, okay. Eat my words there. Knitting Circle is a standalone follow-up to Calico. All right. Well, if we pass it, we'll check it out. Okay, here. This one I really want to check out. Creature Caravan. Red Raven. I have been getting a lot of... I've been seeing a lot of this game. Is there a good picture of it? This looks like such a neat premise. So you're kind of like... You kind of have this like caravan, the creature caravan, and you kind of are doing some like worker placement, and you're kind of traversing this landscape here, going back and forth and doing like different trades and stuff, getting little like party members for your caravan. And I really like the world this is kind of set in, and I'd like this like traversing. Something about the traveling, like going across this landscape trying to get to the city at the end is really neat, and I really want to check this out. Going on the list, Creature Caravan. All right, keep moseying down. Gosh, there's a lot of big ones here. Unconscious Minds, I'd really like to check out. This is a game I feel has been like talked about for so many years. The kind of gimmick that gets me is that they kind of have these like two artists, and there's like two art styles in like a dream versus reality world, and that is such a neat premise for me. And it's a pretty heavier on the heavier Euro side, but the kind of concept of it is enough to get me interested. I got to say, there's a lot of Euro, like Inferno we were talking about before, kind of using like that hell Dante's Inferno theme for a heavy Euro. There's a lot of interesting games this year that probably are more complex than I should chew on, but just the way that they are presented is something else. Oh, Bus. So Bus is a game that is talked about. You see, it came out in 1999, and I think it's been gone for a long time, and it looks like it's coming back. I know a game called Bus is very exciting, but I think it's a lot of route building. You can kind of see here. These are kind of old pictures, though. Are there any pictures of the new edition? Unless they're just bringing it straight back. Recent? Here it is. It's a little bit more cleaned up. It's not as 1999 anymore. But building these different bus routes, kind of like transportation networks, it does seem a bit dry. But I've just heard it's like one of those classic games. Kind of cool to see it back. I'd like to demo it, I think. I would like to check that. Let's throw Bus on here. The Bus Complete Edition is the double-decker bus. Forest Shuffle expansion. Witchcraft. Shout out to Witchcraft. Awesome game. We did a little playthrough on the channel for it. Cool to see that getting a wide release. I know that was part of the 25th century reprint that they did over the summer. Witchcraft was part of that, along with the things that they were importing. So if you like solo games, check out Witchcraft. It is really, really good. Sears Catalog. I think this is another trick-taking game. Hand management ladder. Oh, maybe not. Sears catalog. So this is also, they love, Bezier cannot stop tying things back together to werewolf. This is also somehow werewolf related. I don't really know what it's about though. Card shedding game in which each player tries to get rid of as many cards as they can from their hand. This is cool. I want to go to the Bezier booth anyway. We'll check this out. I thought this was a trick-taking game, which is why I kind of like wrote it off, but this looks good. I cannot get enough of little card games, as you can tell from the Uno video. These little like quick card games, incredible. In the Ashes, a solo dark adventure with a tactical tabletop combat played within a book. What is this? What is this? So it's kind of not choose your own adventure. It's in a book. And it looks like you have like a map, but you're kind of writing on it. So it's a kind of like a roll, kind of a roll and write, right? Unless you're meant to kind of go through it once. That is a lot of that's a big grid of dice. My goodness. It looks like it has a lot of text. Kind of a bit of a story. Oh, that looks cool. Look at that. That's a nasty monster. This is also like in like Italian or something. I can't read anything on these pages. Ooh, this looks really neat. Oh god, that's a high resolution picture. All right, I have never heard of this. I want to check this out. In the Ashes. Looks like it came out 2 years ago. I've never heard of this. Okay. Interesting. And who's oh, this is a DeVere game as well? Crazy. I've never heard of this guy's only design. Okay. Cool. That's definitely one we want to check out. Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle-earth, the reimplementation of Seven Wonders Duel. I can't wait for my favorite game shop in New Jersey to get it. Jekyll and Hyde versus Scotland Yard. This is a trick-taking game? No, it's not. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. This was also on that 25th century reprint campaign, and I did not want it because I don't like it. And moving on. Circus Focati. I really like this game. This was a contender for the Uno video as far as like quick card games. I think it's a little too mathy, a little too thinky for that purpose though. I think it's a little bit more difficult. But it is a really, really solid game. Maybe in a part 2 video, it will make it into there. Charcuterie. Charcuterie is now released. I want to check this out. This was I think I previewed this last year. The game where you kind of, I guess it would help to have pictures. I would like to play a full game of it if we have the chance. You kind of have this board. You got like this big wooden board, and you have to like place your charcuterie. Actual, that's just regular charcuterie. You got to place these different foods and like certain arrangements, and you have like hidden goal cards of like how you have to arrange them like spatially on this board. It looks really cool, and I adore that theme. Very inventive. Is it here? Can you really see it? These like different recipe cards, like you have to like put strawberries next to broccoli or whatever. So kind of a bit of a spatial game. This looks really neat. I want to check this out. What is this? Propolis. What is Propolis? Worker placement, engine building, area control, Tableau. Any images of it? No. This designer sounds familiar. What are these? Oh, okay. They did Verdant. Yes, I love Verdant. That's a great game. It's a three-person design team, though. What have they done? Point Salad, Point City, Verdant, and this one's... Okay, so these three... Are they the same 3 designers on Verdant? Okay. This looks cool. I really like flat-out games. They're probably one of my favorite kind of like design studio. I don't think they publish. I think AEG publishes them, but they do a lot of good stuff. They did Fit to Print last year that we really, really like. So I want to check this out. Let's check out Propolis. It's also about bees. Deploy bees, explore bees, realms. Bees are so hot. Stevens, Tea Garden, Endeavor, Deep Sea again. What's the difference of this one and the one up here? It's on there twice. That's how hot it is. My goodness. Rebirth. I do want to check this out. This was another one. Oh, they're demoing it. This was another potential Kickstarter. This is a bigger Reiner Knizia. You're kind of like building out areas. Kind of reminds me of the jazz game that we just looked at. A little bit of area control action. Maybe we'll check that one out. Oh, this I really want to look at. Corpse of Discovery. So this is the latest game from Off the Page, who did Mind Management, which is a hidden movement game that I really love. They kind of take like graphic novels and those types of properties and will kind of adapt them into games. I think that's a really cool kind of premise, way to approach designing games and like looking games to pick up. So I want to check this out. Also another strong solo game. We're always on the lookout for those. Let's put Corpse of Discovery on there. Fuego, Trick Taking. Oh, The Gang. I want to see this. This has gotten a lot of buzz recently. It is like a cooperative poker game or something like that. I'm not really sure how it works. And that means it's the perfect kind of game to go check out at PAX. Shout out to Hamster Roll, another really fun dexterity game. I think I want to do a big video on dexterity games. I think I need like one or two ones that I feel strongly about before doing it. But Hamster Roll is really fun. Great dexterity game. 25th Century has a lot of good games this year. Skyrise, Oath, Flip 7. Shout out to Flip 7. I think this will be very hot. It's cheap. It's going to be really easy for them to demo. I think Flip 7 is going to be a pretty hot game. Fromage, Blessed Are the Cheesemakers. I want to check this out. I don't know anything about it other than that you are making cheese. You're making cheese in this game, and it has little sheep meeples and little barn meeples. And look how cute this is. Look at this. It's adorable. We're going to go play this. We got to play Fromage. Wrote Infamy Games as well. Pretty good, cool company. They did Canvas. Very cool art, transparent card game. More recently, they did Don't Go In There, which is a cool... Again, they're good at doing like gimmicks. This seems more like a standard game for them. Usually their games have like some kind of weird gimmick component to them. Can't beat Cheaples. You cannot beat Cheaples. Shuffle and Swing. This is another one I want to check out. Honestly, I only want to look at it because it has like these funny dancing rats on the cover of it. They look like they're out of like a 90s kids book or something. And I wanna see what are they doing? What are they doing in the game? Got no idea. They got dice. Got some dice placement. Ooh. You got some tracks. Got some instrument tracks. Got some dice placement. I like what I'm seeing here. I love this art. This has like there's like a kid's artist that kind of like looks like this. I see it online. I don't know what it's called, but I like it. It's very cozy. Let's check out Shuffle and Swing. And I think this is also by Bitewing, who did Bebop. And so we're gonna stick one there because we're gonna look at Shuffle and Swing and Bebop at the same time. Want to check those out. And then Cat Blues, yeah, they're all like right next to each other. This is like the third game. They did like a trilogy of music games, of like jazz music-y games, and Bebop was the last of, or Cat Blues was the last of that trio. So we'll take a look at all of them. Chicken Fried Dice. So Chicken Fried Dice, I remember last year, they were at the Pub Room, and they were demoing this. And it is so cool to see it. It seems like it's a prototype box front, but like it's kind of coming to fruition as a game, which I think is really cool. It looks like this is kind of maybe they're self-publishing here. They started this publishing, but it's just cool to see it kind of like come to fruition. So that's like kind of like a general thing I'd like to fit into the weekend is going to Unpub, because you never know. Next year you're going to see that game get some art, get some refinement, get published. The Unpub room is like addicting to go and check out. Sky Team Turbulence. A Sky Team must be on here, maybe further down or something. Ito. This is a party game, right? Share your thoughts together. Cooperative game where you and your friends will each get your own secret number, and then you have to try to put it in order as a group based on the clues you give related to the chosen theme. Interesting. So it sounds a little like The Mind, except different. Famous people you would like to be. Oh, okay. And then you have like a number, and then you have to like give a clue and then like try to order them after that. Things you want to take a picture of. And then you just get a randomly assigned number. This seems really neat. And you kind of got to just blindly put them. Okay. Let's put this on the list. Platypeoples? I don't think. I think we're missing there's a gap in the board gaming world for platypeoples. Platymeeples. Alte, we're going to be visiting Ares, so we'll check that out. Backstories: Alone Under the Ice. Find your brother in this co-op narrative interactive experience. What is this? Man, I am a sucker for story-driven board games. I'll just make that blanket statement. Alone Under the Ice. Who's putting this out? I want to check this out. It's part of a series. Okay. A French series. Pagan Freight of Roanoke, another 2-player game. This is kind of being heralded as the like successor to what is it called? Android Netrunner, of like asymmetric 2-player game. I really like this, like kind of reminds me of witchcraft, like kind of like spooky Roanoke, supernatural kind of theme. Kind of playing these cards to the center row, playing like witches versus townspeople. This looks really neat. We are gonna check that out. Portmanteau, a game of linguistic fusion. I can't even say the title of that. Watches and Clocks of Hickory Dock. That game never really went anywhere. That was a really cool looking game with the clock and the mice and everything. Hickory Dickory. That did not go anywhere. Ziggurat. I think we're gonna meet with these folks. Matt Leacock designed this, really. It's like a legacy game, but you can play it in like one session. It's like 5 really short games you play in like succession. It's kind of meant as like a kid's like first legacy game. Like I think it's pretty simple, but yeah, it's like a 1.5. But it sounds like a really cool concept. I would like to go check it out. It has like this cool 3D thing it's got going on. It has good designers behind it. I would like to go check this out. This here, River Valley Glassworks. I want to go check this out. I love this. Look how cute those little animals are. They're adorable. They're about to ravage the river for resources, but they are cute. Look at these glass pieces. Glass pieces are all you got to see. You kind of put them on this little river here. Kind of reminds me of Niagara, because you're kind of like floating these glass gems down the river here, trying to collect them to complete these different little scoring conditions. Did you play Hickory Dickory? I didn't even have a chance to play it. I just never came across anyone I knew who had it. Although from your comment, it sounds like it maybe did not hit as well. Okay, this is going up the list. Undaunted 2020, 2200. The Undaunted series is one that I really want to get into. 2-player deck building. A lot of the World War II themes aren't as interesting to me. We put it in space, put it with mechs, and I'm all in on it. So we definitely want to check this out. Citizens of the Spark. No. Coral Gardens. What's this? Oh, this. I know this game. I think I played a prototype of this last year. Yeah, let's check this out. Yeah, Julio. I met with him last year. I want to go check it out and see how it has developed. It is so fun to go kind of year over year and start to like build this continuity of like people you start to recognize and like names you start to recognize. It's really kind of like it's not even related to the game, just like the relationships you build year over year. It's a lot of fun. Okay, this game's really neat. Only because it's about ants. I don't know anything else about it. It's a 4X game about ants. And it came out in 2015, and like people talk about it, and it's like, oh, this is such a good 4X game, and you can't get it. It's like $100 online to get like this old game from 2015. But now they're bringing it back. You got like an ant that you're like upgrading, and you're kind of like going around these like tunnels and like fighting over the tunnel spaces. This looks really cool. I want to see March of the Ants. You can get some eeples, antles. I don't think there's a cute way to say ant meeples. Perch. What is this? Control flocks of birds and woodland creatures to claim the best perch locations. This sounds like a funny theme for a game. Oh my gosh, look at those birds. Can you put stuff on? Oh, they stack. And you put a birdhouse roofs on them. All right, I'm in. And you got like these little standees for other animals. All right, we got to check out Perch. We're going to Perch. Is this a different game? Okay. I was like, what is this? What is this route they're building over? This is a different game. It's just on this next to the same table. All right, we're going to check this out. Area majority, deck bag building, king of the hill. Okay, this looks cool. Tether, battalion. I was looking at this. Another 2-player game that they're trying to like make very accessible for like wargamey. I'm trying to get a review copy of this, which would be cool. We'll see. But we'll go check it out as PAX as well. Defenders of the Realm, rest in peace. Kinfire Chronicles. So we're going to be going to Incredible Dreams booth. Cause it's probably okay, I'm gonna hold that comment until we get down to it. Is it down here? Maybe it's not. Anyway, Kinfire Delve, really cool single and 2-player game. That's probably gonna be my #1 recommendation by the end of this show. For small box 2-player games or solo games. This is like the bigger version. I don't really know much about Kinfire Chronicles, but we will learn about it. Sausage Sizzle. Look at this. Look at that name. Look how cute this is. Come on. Look at that. The platypus. Maybe get your platypeople in this game. No, they're tokens. Sorry. Sorry, no platypeople for you. What are you doing in this? Dice rolling, re-rolling, and locking, and set collection. I love these reprinted games. I love seeing like the old, like original German version from like 12 years ago. And we're getting distracted. What is Sausage Sizzle about? Games with 6 rounds. Roll and roll dice to get as many of the same critter together and high values with the food dice. I'll check it out. You got some cute sausage tokens. Animal tokens, rather, not sausage tokens. Alright. I want to check out Sausage Sizzle. Canvas critters. It's a weird. What is this? Market pattern building. Deep sea adventure, nature. I think we're gonna go see North Star. I think we're gonna check that out at the North Star booth. So we'll check it out there. Everdell Duo. Is this gonna be? I wonder if they'll have this for demo. I really want to play a game of this. Big fan of Everdell. I think it's already good at 2, so I'm curious to see what Everdell Duo changes up. I would like to play a demo game of this if it's out there though. Cat Mai. I think we're gonna preview this. It's about like catching salmon on a river as a bear. It sounded really neat, like playing these bear cards at different like portions of the map and like trying to like collapse on these salmon as they swim up the river. It looks like a really cool concept for a game. So I think we're going to be checking this out. Like fighting over sections of the river. Be checking that out. Oh my god. Oh, we're at 102 out of 300. I don't know how far down the list we're going to be going. So many games. Okay, Combo. I do want to check out Combo. They sent an email about this like yesterday. So this is Happy Camper who did Trio, who I really love. Last year, that was probably my favorite game I picked up at PAX was Trio. Tons and tons of play of it this year. And so this is like a play on Rummy, and I haven't played any like Rummy variant before, and so I figured this is probably as good a place as any. I don't know why it's I don't know why this is hot linking to Surfasaurus Max. But I know this is like Rummy based, so I really want to go check this out. I like what Happy Camper is doing. I like these like little light card games that they're coming out with. It's really neat. Wandering Galaxies in this another Plaid Hat adventure game. I still haven't played the fantasy one from like last year. Freelancers. So I gotta play Freelancers before I can even look at that. Capybaras. This looks so cute. This looks so cute. Capybaras are really having a year this year. So I think this is. Look at these capybaras in the cafe. What's driving this? Hand management, multi-use cards. Okay. So it's like this kind of like kids do a board game, and they're like this like kind of like art style they have with like Creature Comforts and Maple Valley. Capybaras kind of has that same like cozy vibe to it, which is really cool. I want to check this out. It looks like maybe you're completing recipes or something on each of these cards, maybe? Or you're playing ingredients to fulfill them? I would like to check this out. Chuhan, Foundations of Metropolis, How to Save a World. This looks cool. What's this? How do you save a world? What a question. Apparently by playing cards. Deck and bag building, pool building, and worker placement. I like all those keywords. Assign workers to perform critical tasks to spend action cards to help you advance your goals. In the round, projects will be assessed, and the asteroid will move ever closer. Ooh, I love games with like ramping end conditions like that. Like slowly having an asteroid approach the Earth to like drive the game to a close. That sounds awesome. All right, we'll check that out. Burnt Island, which I think is the other half of Kids Table Board Game. So if we're going to one of them, we'll go to the other one. Oh, the Cascadia. The Cascadia Roll and Write. I'd love to check this out. I love Cascadia. I would like to try the roll and write out though. Put that on there. Clank Legacy Season 2 is going to be there. I just got Clank Legacy 1 as a Secret Santa Board Game Geek gift. So eventually we'll play 1, and then maybe we can consider 2 whenever it gets around to that. Gnome Hollow, another game that I've been playing a bunch of recently and need to kind of put a review out there to formalize my thoughts. I think it's a very good kind of welcoming introductory board game, though. Also, we're going to be, I think, demoing a new game by Amon there, so nice to see Gnome Hollow. I know it's been out, and it's kind of widely available, so I'm guessing at PAX it's not going to be too hot there, because it has been out for a little bit now. Penguin Party, shout out to Penguin Party. Uno Alternative right there. Reef and Ruins. I gotta go say hi to Weird Giraffe. We did a little preview video for that. That's another good roll and write. Things and Rings. I want to check this out. This is another party game I would really like to try, where like you kind of have these three, kind of like Venn diagram-esque, where you have like attribute words and context, and like you're trying to like put clues and like overlap them in different areas and like try to guess what the actual word is. Kind of a cool. I like this like presence of like the rings and the strings and everything. It looks cool. I want to check this out. Also, Peter Hayward, he designed some games for Button Shy, and he's designed some other games. I really like his designs. It's just cool to see him doing a party game. So we want to check that out. Atoll, Flock Together, Little Alchemist. I'm already running. We're like halfway through. I got to start blasting through these faster. The other half to the Rolling Cascadia. Nocturne. I want to check Nocturne out. So Nocturne is, I think, it's not Flat River, right? Is it the Flat River release for 2024? It is. Yes, I would like to check this out. I think it's also a little bit of auction bidding, which is a mechanic I widely like, so I would like to check that out. Go there. Oh, Video Game Champion. I really want to go see this. As a big video game lover, ex-video game lover, now the board games have consumed my game time, this, like, having to play games that you rented and trying to complete them as fast as possible is such a cool theme. I don't really know mechanically, honestly, what drives it. It's kind of just the theme that has caught my eye so much. A kind of generic hand management set collection. Let's see what we got here. That looks like a Neopet. That's crazy. Yeah, I can't really discern. It looks like you have some resources. You're putting down cards. Maybe a little trekking through history. Like you got a little personal player board you're trying to complete here. I want to check this out. I think this is a game that was out in like Brazil or something, and then it was imported. I think it's had some rumblings for a little while. Cyberpet Quest. This is one I'm excited to look at, and we have a meeting with Dead Alive. It's like this little like co-op, little small form co-op game where like you're playing as these like mechanical animals that are like solving crimes or solving problems. And you have like this little like booklet that you play out of for a storybook. I like that small box. It looks really cute. The like mechanical animals is a cool theme. It reminds me of this comic called We 3 that is a little much sadder than this probably is. But this looks like a cool little co-op game. I want to check this out. Okay, here it is, Kinfire Delve. So this is, I have 2 of the games in this series, and I'm hoping to pick up the 3rd one while we're there. Probably my favorite, like, solo / 2-player game that I've played in a while, where, like, you're diving into a dungeon, but the dungeon is the deck of cards, and as you go deeper into the dungeon, you discard cards off the top of the deck, and, like, you're solving these different, like, challenges and enemies and taking skill tests, But that like simple loop of discarding cards that go deeper into the deck, it just has such a cool feeling of progression as you go through more and more of those cards and going deeper and deeper into the deck. It's really fun. And so I want to go see them. And maybe get that third, and then once I have all 3 of them, then I would like to do like a comprehensive review and video on all 3 of them. Layers. This is on, I think this is crowdfunding, right? I think this is crowdfunding right now. Do they have more images of this? No. I'm pretty sure that this is a hidden movement game. I think like one person is like controlling the it's like controlling the dungeon, and the other player is like trying to navigate the layer, the dungeon. I like hidden movement. I love games where you're behind the screen and like doing stuff like that. So I definitely want to check this out. I think we're going to be at Kids Table already, so we'll hit them up there. Cascadia Jr. looks very cute. Some of the ones where we're gonna be at the booth already, and like I have games already there, we'll let those go. I'll put them on the list. All right, I think we're mostly in. Is it going to be too late into the year to get an exit calendar? I keep saying that'd be such good like short form like daily content to do, is doing those little advent calendars and like solving it every day. I think the ship might have sailed though. It's going to be like halfway through December by the time we get over there. What is this? Miskatonic Tales Journey to Innsmouth. A sandbox adventure game with max exploration and choose your own adventure vibe. From Chaosium. Interesting. Miskatonic, an immersive storytelling board game that transports you into the realm of the Cthulhu mythos. Interesting. 3 standalone adventures that can be played separately and share one large story arc. Cooperative game does not have strict turn order, emphasizes solving the case together as a group. Okay, so this sounds like another attempt to kind of meld board game with RPG in the Cthulhu world. But I do, Chaosium's behind Call of Cthulhu, right? So I feel like I trust them to kind of do good work with the storytelling aspect. I want to check this out. I'm getting lazy. I'm just going to a bit of the mixed matching text. It's okay. That seems pretty cool. I want to check. I haven't heard of this. They will have it for demo. Earthborn Rangers. I'm sure that's going to be pretty hot there. Licensed to Krill. Moon Bunny. Is Hot Banana, did they do the Dim Sum game? They did. They did Steam up A Feast for Dim Sum. So this is their follow-up game. That was so hot. Like that Dim Sum, that gimmick they had for the game and the packaging was absolutely genius. They killed it with that. And so Moon Bunnies is their follow-up. It looks like you're moving these bunnies around this grid, picking tiles up, completing some contracts. I'll have to check that out. All right, I think we'll get through one more page. Oh, Hello Kitty Day at the Park. I'm glad this came over. Hey, this is I like these games. Yeah, Creature Comforts, Maple Valley Capybaras. Okay, hold on. I might be sleeping on this. I was just saying, I feel like Hello Kitty is due for a return. I think we're going to get a Hello Kitty movie in the next 2 years. I feel that's the property that is being slept on. This is now a Hello Kitty criticism stream. React, we're going to be checking this out. Very cool 2-player game. Stamp Swap. I feel like no one has talked about this. This is the new Stonemaier release. And I feel like I've just not heard anyone talk about this game. We'll go check it out, though. The theme of stamp collecting is kind of fascinating to me. and I'm kind of curious to see how they like adapt that into a game. It also has I split you choose, which is a cool mechanic. Oh yes, bus stop. So this Sashi and Sashi are a Japanese game design group / publisher, I think. Label that develops analog games in Kyoto, Japan. So these games are so hard to come by, like, regularly. If they're at PAX, I think they are. I am really excited. Yeah, Sashi and Sashi's here. I am really excited to get some of their games because they are so hard to find traditionally at a trade show like this. I think it's going to be a good chance to. And Bus Stop is one of those games that I really want to check out. So all the Sashi and Sashi games I want to look at. I think the other one is called like Get On Board, or it's like a Mancala game about a cruise ship or something, and I really want to check it out. So don't want to let that pass while we are there. More pagan stuff. Snapship. All right, I think we're far enough down. There's just too many games, guys. Too many games. Oh, the Invincible hero building game. This game gets such like, it's such a bad name. I feel like it's such a generic name, and like they slap the Invincible IP on there. But everyone is like raving about this game. I would like to give it a shot while we're out there. Like the property, so at least worth trying. All right, I'll end with this one. This Massiverse card fighting game. We have an interview. This is probably my second most hyped interview, is interviewing the folks working on this. I went on like a hardcore comic binge reading the Massiverse, Radiant Black, and like all these other comics that are related to it. It is like one of the best like superhero stories I've ever read. I feel like in like 5 to 10 years, it is going to be a huge property. I think it has a lot of potential. I'm excited to see it getting adapted into a game. I think it's based on like an existing system that is pretty well received. Like this, whatever, I don't know, Pocket Pair, guys, I've never heard of this, but they're adapting it into this IP. And so I'm excited to give that a try. And okay, I think my throat is starting to give out on me, so maybe we'll close things out here. I will look at my schedule real quick and share with you guys kind of what I am personally most excited to be checking out, I think. Probably number one. Excuse me. I think I said before, but the Nikki Valens interview is going to be really fun. I'm excited to ask them some questions and kind of just pick their brain a little bit. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Also, really looking forward to. Is it on? I think they said we could post about it. Doing a little preview game for an upcoming game called Twinkle Twinkle, which is also designed by the guy who did Gnome Hollow, which I'm enjoying. So I'm excited to see what he's doing with All Play. This like tile laying game where like you're building constellations. This seems like a neat twist on having some like tile laying. It's like cool little acrylic tiles, little 3D bump you get to it. Can I do a quick? Yes, of course. That is probably a great idea. Let's pull up the map here. Guest schedule. Expo Hall. Expo Hall? Where is the map? I know I've seen it. This is just like a flat list of them. Oh, it's probably on info, right? Definitely on info. Here, show maps. Oh man, I missed it. You're gonna make me go back now. Wait, was there? I can't tell there was actually someone. Oh, it's gone. I missed it. Moving on. Okay. So, this is the big old map. Oh, look at the free play room presented by Asmodee. Actually crazy that this is the first year Asmodee is coming to PAX. I'm curious. I mean, they have such a big footprint, such a shadow over so many of the companies that are there and that they distribute for. It's going to be cool to see what they're going to bring to it. I'm curious to see, like, as far as like demo games and new games, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see their presence there. Should be cool. And right here, we got the best part of PAX Unplugged, the Crokinole Zone. And they should replace the free play with the Crokinole Zone so that people can understand how great Crokinole is. The worst part about going this year and like covering it officially or whatever is that I will have a lot less time to just sit in the Crokinole Zone and play Crokinole all weekend. It's going to seriously cut into that. The miniatures here, a lot of cool painting, a lot of stuff you can kind of like admire painters, which is cool. Usually Games Workshop also has like free minis that you can give, and they'll give you the paint, and you could like do like a painting session. But again, it's usually a really long line to get there, and I don't think we'll have time this year anyway. Demo tables, all that good stuff. And then of course the main expo hall, which I'm wondering if they... Do they have like a drill down map of... Do they have like a detailed map of the exhibitor hall? Open all the tabs. Oh, look at this. That's cool. Yeah, let's stay at the 100,000 level view first. Oh, here we could see the exotic badge pickup. That's where that's going to happen. Very exciting. What is this? Nothing to see here. Move along. I wonder what's going on there. Tabletop, Deception Zone, Mega Games. What is a Mega Game? How do I find what that is? We're going to have to see what Mega Games are. And then up here, these are like usually like panel rooms up here. They just kind of give them funny names. Oh, Edge Studio is going to be there. There's such a good RPG presence. It honestly amazes me. Like, obviously it's like not my main point of interest, but like a lot of good RPG stuff here. I don't know. I think that's where we're going to have to run to. We're going to have to run and check out what in the world Mega Games are. It's our duty for the channel to find that out. And over here, we got a couple more rooms. Okay. On pub up here. The demo tables. A lot of good stuff here. Restoration Games. Look at that. They have such a big presence. They have a great booth every year. Red Raven's going to be there. I got to like cross-reference this page with what is on my want to demo list. And then, of course, here is the actual list. I probably need to like go through here and kind of circle or star the actual things I want to prioritize, which is going to be everything, unfortunately. I'm just trying to see here if there's any that like stick out to me. I'm honestly surprised Asmodee North America has such a little like booth, right? I expect them to have like a big old square. There's the Paint and Take by Games Workshop. That's a great thing to do. Great way to like play or get a free mini and then try out painting. I've never been able to do it because the line's too long, but Tabletop Tycoon, that's the Everdell. That means the Everdell tree will be right around here. Gotta get my yearly picture in the Everdell tree. Wild Bills, that godforsaken unlimited soda you can get. That should no one should have access to unlimited soda, I think. But when you're going through the convention day, it can help. Gosh, these are so many. This is like where you get into like the smaller indie publishers. This is like the most fun. Like over here where it's like really cramped and like everyone's just showing stuff off. It's so cool. It's probably my favorite part. As cool as like the big booth spectacles are, seeing these like little smaller publishers is a ton of fun. I think we looked at this already. Where's the CGE room? Why is that not on the map somewhere? Did I miss it? This is the main expo hall. Deception zone, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, here it is, CGE. It's like not their logo. That's where that is. Oh, they're bringing back the classic board game room. That's really nice. I feel like that was always pretty well attended, of just like people who want to play classic games. I think it's nice they have that option as well for the folks not into the modern scene. You could still go hang out, play some old games. All right. I think we're gonna close it out. I think I have a good list of games to check out. I have some exciting publisher meetings, some cool interviews. I think it's gonna be a really good weekend. It's probably gonna be really exhausting, but it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to share everything that we're gonna see here with you guys. So be sure to be on the lookout for this weekend especially, but the next coming weeks, as we kind of go over all the cool stuff that we're going to see at PAX Unplugged. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. But yeah, thank you for joining me as I ramble through the games I'm excited to look at. And I will do a post-PAX report of what I successfully looked at, what missed me by, and all that good stuff. But looking forward to it. So thank you guys for joining me on this little stream here, and have a very good night. I'll see you this weekend. See you after PAX. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.